So what's going on in the CS market right now is absolutely crazy. We're seeing some very volatile weeks, double-digit increases daily, double-digit increases and decreases on the weekly. It's absolutely insane what's happening out here. But the main thing I want to talk about in this video is cases because they are an exception to what's going on in the market right now, and they're some of the most rock solid investments in CS. And today I want to talk about how they could get to even higher levels. So first off, I want to start by looking at the breakout case. This is one of the main cases that I go to anytime I talk about the case market because it's one of the best. It only has a butterfly knife in it, which is one of the, or I guess it is the most sought after knife, the most expensive on average by far. People love this knife. And in the breakout case, it's brought it to $11.61. Almost $13 at high. But anytime you look in the case market, let me zoom in here, you could see that you'll see long periods of consolidation, whether it be at 3 cents, whether it be at like 30 cents, whether it be at like $1 for this thing, and then a blow up in price. And a relatively short one compared to the rest of the consolidation. Of course, it went from like $1 to $3 in about a year, which is pretty solid. And these moves have gotten quicker and quicker over time. And right after these moves, you'll see a slight pullback, more consolidation, and then it blows up again. So the CS market is incredible because with cases like this that are in the rare drop pool, and I just had that up here, it is, they essentially aren't really coming into supply anymore. You have a 1% chance of getting a rare drop every single week, and there's 31 items in the rare drop pool. Of course, there's 36 items total with 9 in the prime drop pool and a 99% chance to get those. But within these, you've only got a 0.03% chance to get any of them. Of course, the breakout case is one of those cases, along with chromas, along with breakouts, not breakouts, bravos, along with anything on this list. You guys could look at it all for yourselves. But the point I'm making here is these cases have way more demand than there is supply, and they always will, and they're always going to become more limited. We've seen this in so many cases already, like the breakout case, the gamma case, and that's why this price has gone from 3 cents to $13 pretty much.
This video is sponsored by Skins Monkey. If you've been looking to trade out your old boring skins for new ones, Skins Monkey is the place. By clicking the link in the description, you'll get a 35% deposit bonus when depositing with cash and crypto, and up to a free $5 bonus on your first trade. So be sure to click that link. Skins Monkey also has the freebies tab where they run 24/7 giveaways that are completely free to join with crazy skins. And if you're looking to actually get your hands on some good skins, Skins Monkey is the quickest way to do it. So be sure to get that free $5 and 35% deposit bonus now, trading your CSGO skins with that link at the top of the description.
Now, if we go on over to csgostocks.de, we could actually check how many of these have sold in the past 30 days, no matter which case it is. With the CS20 case, which I'm a big fan of, 137,000 have sold in the past 30 days. And I can assure you nowhere near as many of that are coming into the game at this point. We've got 1.2 million average players, 1.8 million peak players, and these things are being bought up like nobody's business. Of course, with the gamma case as well, at about $5, you've got well over 100,000 sold in the past 30 days as well. So people are hoarding these cases. There's millions being sold in the past year, 2 million CS20 cases. People are hoarding these to unbox them. They're hoarding them to stock up on them. And no matter what it may be, they're coming out of supply. And that demand is going to increase as well, especially in market times like this. And I could show you with the CS20 case, for example. When the rest of the market starts blowing up, people tend to eventually move their eyes on over to cases. And then you're going to see way less cases listed on the market. There was around 15,000 listed just a few days ago. Now there's only about 9,000. The CS20 cases were sitting at around $1.20 for a while, and now they've gone up to $1.40. They are an incredible case. And like I said, in this market, you'll see long periods of consolidation. It could be very long depending on which case it is, and then massive, quick moves up from just essentially the beginning of this year, or I guess the end of last year, whichever way you want to put it. We've doubled in price in about 5-6 months. Very, very good. And once again, going back to what I was talking about, there's still 6 figures of these being sold on the market every single month. That supply is going to keep dwindling down, and we're going to keep seeing prices increase. We've seen it in the breakout case. We've seen it in all the old cases. CS20 case is definitely going to be one of the ones that's next. And I say that I am invested in it, so it's a big case that I keep my eyes on, but of course there's plenty of other cases as well. We've got the clutch case, for example. It does share gloves with the Revolution case, so it's bound to have a bit more wonky price action and a lot less demand compared to the CS20 case or something like the Revolver case, the Phoenix case, the Breakout case with those really good old knives. But the Clutch case it's a bit less demanded because the Revolution case is still a prime drop, so it's not bound to be as expensive in price. Well, if you go to something like the CS20 case, I think it's going to be worth a lot more, and I think it's still extremely underpriced, and it definitely will reach $3, $5 at some point. Whether that's going to be in the next 6 months, I don't really think so. I think it will be longer, but with these prices, just the amount of these that are being sold compared to the amount in game is just so obvious to buy these things. It's like any old CS item, any old case has jumped up so much in price, and cases are going to keep doing that as long as people are willing to unbox them. With all the knives in the game getting more expensive, all the gloves, all the skins, whatever it may be, that's going to drag case prices up as well. If a Karambit goes up, people are like, oh, I want a knife, but a Karambit's too expensive. Let me look at my other options. Oh, a classic knife is kind of cheap. Classic knives go up, the CS20 case makes it worth to unbox, and then more people buy the CS20 case, and that goes up as well. The supply keeps dwindling down, and as long as there's some demand for the knife and the items in the case, which there always will be, that case price is going to keep going up. I'm pretty shocked the CS20 case, the only case that will ever be in the game with its knives, is not worth like $3 at this point. Not to manipulate my own bags. I own like 1,600 of them, not like 160,000, so it's not like a life-changing amount of money, but that's the fundamentals of the case market, and they're absolutely incredible. So this was just a bit of a short video to kind of show you guys what's going on with the case market right now. If you ever want to see the rare drop pool, you could check out this site right here. You could just Google CS2 rare drop pool, and this comes up actually. CSGO Stocks is a great site as well if you guys want to look up any case and the sold quantity in the past month or in the past year. Either way, it's just going to confirm you that you're going to be making a lot of money if you hold on to these cases for a long time. That's the way this market is always going to be. I like sticking with cheap cases personally, like the CS20, and hopefully the Clutch case, which will blow up eventually as well. Of course, stay away from those active drop cases, no matter how expensive they get. But the case market's doing great. I hope you guys are making money. Hope this helped you out. Check out the sponsor with that link at the top of the description, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.